Giant monsters always slap, and Pokemon's got some giga-chads that'll leave you shook. In today's video, we're ranking the 15 biggest Pokemon from smallest to the biggest. Let's start with number 15, and it's Melodic. This Pokemon is sitting at 20 feet 4 inches and is canonically known as the most beautiful Pokemon alive. Wallace showed his off in Pokemon contests, and it had the whole crowd in shock like they were at a fashion show, not a battle. The Pokedex also says it can clearly calm down anger just by being around, which makes sense because every time it glides out of the water in the show, people just stop and stare. Even in battle, it doesn't fight like a brute. It moves smooth, launching aqua rings and hydro pumps, and the trainers facing it start panicking because they can't keep up. And what's crazy is, despite sharing the same evolution jump vibe as Gyarados, Melodic's cannon aura has always been less about destruction and more about how overwhelming its presence is, almost like it changes the whole mood when it's on screen. Marching in at number 14, we have Hoopa Unbound, standing at 21 feet 4 inches, and honestly, it's giving main character entrance every time it shows up. This is the glow-up form of regular Hoopa, except instead of being cute and mischievous, it turns into a 6-armed titan that just flexes portals all day. It can literally summon other legendaries through its rings, which is the most broken flex ever. At number 13, we've got Gyarados, standing at 21 feet 4 inches. Gyarados has been one of the most feared Pokemon since day one, and the anime made sure everybody understood why. Pokedex entries say it goes feral when it rages, and we actually saw that in the Orange Islands when one Gyarados tore through a ship like it was paper. Even Misty's evolution moment was a whole event. Magikarp jumps in the air, glows, and suddenly, there's a massive serpent roaring at the squad. Lore even notes that a single rampage can last a month straight, and the way it flies and blasts Hyper Beam makes its size feel like a whole monster movie. 21 feet isn't even top 10, but whenever it shows up, trainers are running because the world already knows it's bad news. Slipping in at number 12, we've got Giratina, standing 22 feet 8 inches tall. Banished for being way too violent, it got yeeted into the distortion world, a whole mirror dimension where physics is broken and time moves different. Giratina basically rules that space like a Shadow King, keeping balance where humans can't even survive. And while Dialga and Palkia flex with time and space, Giratina is the one holding antimatter itself in check, which is wild because without it, reality would just collapse. Roaring in at number 11 is Ultra Necrozma at 24 feet 7 inches. It's straight up otherworldly, like this dragon's serving cosmic realness and snatching wigs across the multiverse. The Pokedex calls it a psychic dragon that's basically eating light for breakfast, glowing so bright it's blinding. In the anime, Pokemon Sun and Moon, Season 21, Episode 44, when Necrozma goes Ultra, it's a whole mood. It's like the sun and stars decided to have a baby, and that baby decided to yeet lasers that could end worlds. Lore says this thing's from another dimension, and its light is so intense it can legit burn through anything. When Ultra Necrozma pulls up, it's rewriting the vibe of the battlefield with photon geysers and a glow that's got everyone shook. Trainers don't even try to clap back, they're just out here catching L's and praying. This Mon's aura is so OP, it's like the universe itself is simping for it. Coming in at number 10, Wishiwashi in school form is low-key the glow-up of the century, hitting 26 feet 11 inches and flipping the script from a tiny fish to a straight-up sea monster. This little dude's solo form is weak, but when it links up with its squad, it's giving a different ballgame. In the anime Pokemon Sun and Moon Season 20 Episode 3, school form Wishiwashi rolls up like a tidal wave and trainers are shooketh. It's like a whole ocean gang pulling up to flex, thousands of tiny fish vibing together to form this massive, glowing beast that's got everybody acting unwise. Lore says its eyes light up to the signal crew, and when it's in formation, it's clapping back with hydro pumps and aqua tails that hit like a tsunami. No shade, but Wishiwashi's school form is the ultimate don't judge a book by its cover moment. It's out here changing the game, making predators dip and trainers rethink their whole life choices. Soaring in at number 9, we've got Onix, measuring 28 feet and 10 inches long. And that length is really the key here because this serpent is more about sheer body size than upright height. Picture it in Pokemon Indigo League. Brock's loyal titan surging from the soil, its boulder-linked body catching the light as it towers over the battlefield. Every segment of its frame, hardened by years beneath the surface, carries the weight of mountains. It doesn't need to roar to command respect. Its sheer size and the way it carves tunnels through solid rock scream power louder than words. Next at number 8, Celesteela stands at just over 30 feet tall, one of the largest Ultra Beasts ever seen, and its design is wild because it looks like a massive stalk of bamboo fused with a rocket. Its arms function like boosters, and when it launches, the sheer thrust can send it flying while torching the ground beneath with flames strong enough to level fields. Despite its height, it's insanely heavy, one of the heaviest Pokemon on record, so every step makes the ground tremble as if machinery's stomping through the earth. The crazy part is how it feels less like a creature and more like alien tech that somehow came alive, towering like a rocket ready to launch and carrying destructive power in every movement. Crashing in at number 7, Primal Kyogre, a 32-foot, 2-inch titan of the deep, and its lore is crystal clear. It expands the sea with storms so massive they flood regions. When it undergoes primal reversion, those glowing blue lines run across its body like energy circuits, making it look more like a living natural disaster than a Pokemon. The Pokédex outright ties it to controlling the ocean depths, so whenever Primal Kyogre surfaces, you're dealing with water levels rising and skies going dark in minutes. Mega Steelix, standing a clean 34-foot, 5-inch juggernaut, is our number 6 pick. It's like the planet decided to forge a serpent out of the toughest metals and say, "Try me." This mon's body, studded with diamond-like crystals, shines with a polish that's been tempered in the Earth's molten heart. You see it in the Pokemon Omega Ruby anime specials where it erupts from the ground, each steel segment grinding with a sound that could wake the dead. The Pokédex Alpha Sapphire reveals it can burrow deeper than regular Steelix, thriving under pressure that would crush lesser mons. Its hide so dense, it laughs off lava. Those crimson spikes along its back aren't just for show, but are proof it's built to dominate, reshaping caves and mountains with every twist. Now, Mega Rayquaza, stretching a clean 35 feet 5 inches, holds steady at number 5. This dragon is the longest creature out there, but what people don't always clock is how it actually breathes in pure particles from the ozone layer to power up its body. That's why it doesn't even need a megastone like others, literally juices itself up by existing where planes fly. The tendrils of light that stream off its jaw and fins aren't just for show either. Those are excess energy spilling out because it's running on overcharge mode 24/7. So when you see it cutting through the clouds, it's basically dragging neon trails across the sky like a rave in the atmosphere. Even the way it moves is wild. Instead of flapping like a bird, it coils and glides like a snake that forgot about gravity. And when it roars, that sound carries miles, loud enough to shake glass on the ground. Crushing in at number 4, we've got Alolan Exeggutor, standing 35 feet 9 inches. Alolan Exeggutor is basically the meme of tall Pokemon. Regular Exeggutor was short and funny, but the Alolan version said, "Nah, I'm skyscraper mode now." Its neck is so long, it stretches the eye and makes you do a double take. But don't let the goofy look fool you. It's got that whip attack with its neck that'll smash your team if you're not ready. At number 3, Dondozo, pulling up at 39 feet and 4 inches, was built like the landlord of every pond, river, or lake it touches. Folks always clown it for looking like a slow, sleepy catfish, but here's the gag. It's actually the biggest physical water type that isn't a gimmick like Eternatus or Kyogre, and it's got the appetite to match. This thing gulps down food whole, no chewing, just vacuum sealed into its belly, which explains why Tatsugiri straight up uses it like an Uber Eats delivery system. Its scales are thick enough to tank moves head on, and its sheer body mass means when it slams into water, it throws up waves that can knock smaller Pokemon clean off balance. Now sliding in at number 2, just over 50 feet at 47 feet 7 inches, is Wailord. It's ridiculously light for its size. Its body is mostly hollow and filled with air sacs, which is why this blimp-looking whale can actually float near the surface without sinking like a brick. When it dives, it can displace entire schools of fish in seconds, and when it breaches, it launches half of its body out of the water like a cruise ship doing a cannonball. Wailord's spout isn't just aesthetics either. What it does is blast water so hard it can drench boats in the area. And with its sheer size, even casual movements stir up massive currents. Gen Z might say it's built different, but really? It's built like the ocean's biggest low-key flex, cruising like it owns 70% of the planet. Finally, at number 1, we've got Godzilla Massive because Eternatus comes in at 65 feet 7 inches tall. Eternatus is the walking definition of corrupted power. Myths talk about it as a cosmic invader, a dragon born from the raw energy between stars that fell into the world, like a glitch nobody could patch. Its presence alone floods the land with Dynamax energy, warping everything around it. People called it the darkest day when it unleashed its chaos, blacking out skies and making the world feel like it was seconds away from from being deleted. Unlike the other legends tied to the creation or balance, Eternatus is the one anomaly that reminds everyone not every god showed up to protect. That's it! If you liked this video, you can now check out this other cool video that appears on your screen. Click on it to see it! Click it!